Okay, I take my glasses off. They're on a slant here anyway. And we're back here again. As you can see, we're on a little bit of a roll here. And actually, it's really nice and quiet over on this side of the room because when the air conditioner is on over at the other side, I have to go and shut it off to do a video. Anyways, okay. This video is again another one by requests. Okay, so these are not information that I'm trying to push down your throat, or it's not information that I'm trying to, you know, promote anybody or anyone else. This is simply a request from an individual for a video. And again, this is by a different Stephanie, all right? A different one as opposed to the one that I just did the other one for. And this particular Stephanie wants to know more about the mission of twin flames as pertaining to individuals, couples, and the collective, all right? And I can definitely talk about this one, all right? And we're going to take it exactly as I've written it down here, and I'm going to talk about individuals first of all. There is a big misconception out there in the twin flame community for those that are coming together that I have found to be part of the twin flame collective, if you will. And in talking with a great deal of these people over the years, I talk to a lot of people who are twin flames, but I also talk to a lot of people who in that group of twin flames are what I call obsessed with the mission. And when I come across one who is obsessed about the mission, I usually find an individual, believe it or not, who is really screwed up. Now, I don't mean screwed up as in a negative way, but I mean screwed up as in they're having difficulty because they know they have a mission and they've got all of the other personal initiation things going on in their consciousness, their body, their environment, their life, their present situation and or relationship, and the mission is just busting, as it were, to express themselves or from them, and usually they can't get together with their twin flame. So let me try to address this first of all at an individual level and say to you, do I know any individuals who had a go around with their twin and it didn't work out and that they're actually doing the mission? Yes, absolutely. Quite a few, in fact. One of the things, all right, that's one, that twin flames knew as voluntary souls coming back in. We all knew, this applied to the first, the second, and the third wave also. We all knew that we were coming in now to this timeline where humanity is in crisis state. Now, crisis state is very obvious. All you got to do is turn on the TV and see what's going on around you in the world, all right, in different parts of the world. And if you think everything's wonderful and beautiful and we have a lot of great stuff and creative stuff going on, yes, there's some of that happening. But the crises at a personal level, at a society level, and at a culture and racial level are getting more and more volatile every day. So therefore, all of these twin flames coming in, the originals who are setting the template, knew full well that once they came in, and each of them came in, please remember this, each of them came in to a particular soul group that they had previously had experience in through what many people call a previous incarnation. I don't use that term because I don't believe in reincarnation, as I've mentioned before. But I'm using that for the sake of convenience for those of you who still have that belief system. So these experiences are lifelines. They would have chosen a soul group. Now, as you well know, at this particular point, the evolutionary process in the twin flame connection is now working through making a big change. And this big change is very difficult for a lot of people. And I've been talking about it for years, and people now are actually starting to listen. I'm impressed because some of you are starting to realize that we're having changes take place in our concepts of love, relationship, and sexuality. All right. And that is the prime focus, the prime mission format of all original twin flames as they come in. Keep in mind that the soul groups that they come into are literally, to be blunt, pretty screwed up in a lot of cases. We have situations where dysfunctional patterns have had eons of time, family after family, template after template, generation after generation, decade after decade, all right? Parents, grandparents, great grandparents, great 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 grandparents, and so on and so on and so on. Where a template or a dysfunctional pattern may have started as a little niblet and ended up being a whole bowl of crap in a family tree. And this is happening to the greater degree. So some of these volunteers, these original twins coming back in, knew full well, they knew full well that there was going to be collateral damage, that there were going to be twin flames that didn't make it. They knew it. And that is exactly what's happened. There are a lot of twin flames that didn't make it for one reason or another. Not because they didn't try, but because the simple effort of coming in and going into the soul group and coming back and expressing through a 3D state of consciousness in a linear perspective. Can you imagine the shock? Can you imagine how that person might feel if suddenly they started feeling all of these dysfunctional patterns, sexual abuse, drug addiction, alcoholism, diseases rampant throughout the friggin' body, all right? Mental disorders of every nature and every kind. And they're just overwhelmed. So what does that mean? That that particular volunteer is lost? No. It just means that what happens is the other one, be it a male or a female or whatever the situation may be, can and should carry on the mission format without the partner, the original partner that they have. All right. Now, what will happen is some of them will be totally comfortable with doing this on their own. They will know fully well and understand that they will rejoin with their other self or fragment or piece, whatever you want to call it, when they go home. So that's not a lost issue, all right? In the meantime, what would happen is for the one that's got mired in the consciousness, all right, and can't get above it, because there's that telepathic connection, there can always be the communication at the higher vibration. Look, we have a mode of communication that's manifested in 3D reality, okay? And a lot of that is based on technology, verbal communication, visual communication, whatever. But there are many other means of communication that go beyond three-dimensional reality as we see it and understand it. And people are not grasping this, all right? Our mode of communication, be it technologically done, with the stupid things we all carry around. Well, I don't carry one, I'm not stupid. I'm not suggesting you are. I'm saying those stupid things we carry around, all right, that this is not communication, all right? That's dependency on communication through an artificial means. It's not natural communication. Natural communication is by intuition, telepathy, mind-to-mind connection, transference, intuition, visionary, etheric connections and communications between two entities or more at that point. And we're all getting accustomed to this line of communication also. So what happens is any experience that the other would have that's been mired, the other one can still access that. All right? And even though the other one is mired in some dysfunctional pattern and can't get beyond it, the other one cannot interfere, all right? Cannot do anything with it because that connection of the one that didn't kind of make it and get it together goes on, and there's still a filter system that one will particularly filter through their system, through their etheric body, as they continue in the flesh body for the duration of this particular lifeline. So it's not a loss, it's just an absence of, if you can put it that way. A true twin flame will know this and recognize this. And they will know that they're perfectly capable, and in some cases, and want to, perfectly comfortable in going on by themselves. All right? And the mission format would just be all focused towards them, and they would be able to handle it. All right? Now, that took care of the individual, I hope. If there's more questions, you can always put it in the comments, and I'll definitely do additional videos on it here. It's funny sometimes, when I get a topic, getting information, I really don't have any idea what's going to happen or what's going to come. It's funny, when I was doing this one here and I was talking about the individual, all of a sudden I started getting information I never heard before that I didn't even know. All right? So figuring out blew me away. All right, so this is how it's supposed to work, I think. Yeah? Of course it did. All right. Let's go to the couples now. All right? The idea with couples is there's a lot of confusion out there. All right, that the twin flame couples should be, I see them posting up pictures. Oh, we look alike. We like this together. We like that together. We like this together. Oh, we're so alike. We have this, this, and this. These are not twin flames. These are soulmates experiencing the twin flame energy of the twin flame connection. They're not originals. They're soulmates. All right. And they're enjoying the persona, the likeness of having worked out, having accomplished, and having done all of the things that need to do so that the similarity between the two of them fits. All right? A lot of them want to call themselves twin flames. I'm good with that. All right? A lot of them want to say they have a mission. I'm good with that too. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever floats your boat. All right? All I'm going to do is give the information as I see it. If you don't like it, that's your problem. All right? So, when you have the soulmates who are experiencing it this way and having the benefit of that particular type of a situation, what happens is you have a unified demonstration and field between a couple who are so alike that what happens is the masculine and feminine energy, and this is a very positive thing here, all right? When I see this, and I first when I saw it together in some of the twin flame groups, I said, there's something wrong here. There's something missing. These people are missing something. And then I figured it out, that they have access to the twin flame energy. They're just manifesting it through a soul group, a soulmate connection, and they look alike and they like things together because they've actually come to the point in their lifelines where they've actually worked through, all right, and they're so much alike now that what happens is the masculine and feminine essence of both of them is so similar and so balanced that it manifests in this last go round in this way. And then once I figured it out, I said, wow, this is really neat. All right. So the issue is if I figured it out and I know what it is, then if I put it out there, I'm going to probably upset some people who, probably want to think, well, what the hell is he talking about? It's like, how can you be a soulmate and can have the twin flame energy? It's very simple. The twin flame energy is available to everybody. All right. The thing is here that I see happening is, and this is why I like to make the separation between the soulmates and the twin flames and whatever label you want to use, because what's happening is people are getting more caught up in the importance of what they think is the rank or title than they are of the actual development and the evolutionary process that's going on in the development of getting to that state of consciousness, as it were, in that particular type of a situation. So they're more interested in the title. So you have thousands of soulmates who are now in twin flame groups, experiencing the twin flame energy, calling themselves twin flames. And they're getting information from people who have gone through a half-baked awakened twin flame person, and it's confusing them because the information they're getting is not suitable for soulmates, because soulmates and twin flames are very different in who they are and where they are. So what I'm seeing is a mass confusion of going out, and no one seems to know how to sort it out. Well, I do. A few others do also, but not enough to make a difference, because what's happening is I'm seeing the people who really do know, who do have the information, are a bit bashful, I think. They don't want to step up and say anything, so they hope that I'll do it for them. And I will, because I'm not shy. And I don't give a rat's ass when anybody else thinks about me, all right, in the twin flame community. And that's okay, all right, because I'm probably not popular on their list either, because most of them are not popular on mine either. So that makes the whole group very happy, all right? But anyways, the mission also with couples is this, and I tell this to a lot of people, the mission format before you come in to this particular go around at this particular timeline in this degree of difficulty, you have sat down with your twin flame and all of the extensions around you. Okay, you keep thinking of one soul in two bodies. Change the picture. You would manifest enough bodies, extensions of self, and they would all be sitting around the table that would be essential or necessary for you to have the best shot at completing your mission. So start thinking in those terms, all right? Now, for some, that's going to be a little stretch of the mind and the consciousness, all right? Because we have this thing in the community here that you only have one twin flame and it's two make up one. Some people have a hard time swallowing that one, all right? So if you can imagine that you actually have as many as you require, depending upon the degree. Let me put it this way. If you're coming in as a set of twin flames and you're going in, one's going into the banking industry and the other one's going into an insurance company, all right? There's somebody saying there are twin flames in the banking industry and insurance company? Yeah? You're not all hell all in Facebook groups. What the hell would they all be doing in Facebook groups, sitting there looping for years? What's the point of that? You tell me. Looping twin flames. So anyways, these two then would create additional individuals that would be part of the package that would come in and manifest in ways that would be helpful to them. Some of them would be in the physical, some of them would may be in a different timeline, and some of them actually may not be physical at all, but they would be there as an advisory capacity. The biggest problem here, when you have people coming in, you have millions of souls coming back in from the astral planes every day on this planet, all right? These are souls coming in from the belief system planes of existence. In other words, if you believe you're a good Catholic, when you leave, you're going to a place where a lot of Catholics go. If you're a Muslim, you're going to go to a place where all Muslims go, all right? If you're a Trappist monk, you're going to go to where all the Trappist monk go. If you're a gangster, you're going to go to where the gangsters are, all right? So, and every day you have all people coming back from these different planes of existence, all right? And they're already pre-programmed with belief systems. So they get right back into it, all right? So what you're doing as a couple is you are breaking down these templates. You are breaking them up through experience, and you have to do that where? You can't have all of the twin flames on YouTube and in Facebook groups. What the hell would be the point? That wouldn't accomplish anything. And from what I can see in most twin flames and YouTube's people, not a hell of a lot's being accomplished, a lot of rubble double and looping is continuing on, but not a lot is getting accomplished. So the mission with the twin flames is decided before they come in with the assistance and the help that they need strategically along the way. Another thing that happens is this. Amongst the originals, all right, you don't want all of the twin flames waking up at the same time. All right. So what happens is, for me personally, I never woke up until I was 38 years old. That's just when I woke up. It took me another 10 years to get out of my pajamas and take my stupid hat off. Now, what do I mean by stupid hat? Stupid hat for me meant all of my 3D linear belief systems that I had been programmed with, all right, by society, by government, by the school system, and by my peers. And then I figured out there was nothing wrong with me at all. I was just weird because I was a clone. And I didn't like being a clone. But there are lots of people out there who like being clones. And they keep coming back lifetime after lifetime, if you will, because they like being a clone. They don't know any different. So the mission includes breaking this pattern up that's going on with the twin flames. So that's part of the mission. And then when they do come together, all right, and this is a very important part with a set of original twin flames, okay, who come back in, is I said this and I'm going to say it again, and I don't know how many times I'm going to say it in the future. Each and every set of twins, I'm talking originals, who know what the mission is and have come back, they're both going to go through a process of initiation. Why is that happening? So that they can develop the character, the disposition, the body, the consciousness, and the will, which is very important, to do the mission. There are no pussies in the original twin flames. Pussies are not allowed. And the reason being is a twin flames couple or a twin flame individual has access to a lot of information, spiritual energy or power, if you want, and they will usually have charisma and influence, all right? And they can get to people. They can reach people. So therefore, they need to be authentic. They need to be sincere. They need to be hardy. And what I mean by hardy, tough. They can take it. Because there's a lot of the people out there who are going to sling shit at you. I should know. They've been telling me for years my days are timing and is up, that I'm not going to last, that I shouldn't be there. You know what? I'm still here and they're gone. Lots of them. And I'm here because I'm simple. I call it like I see it. I'm authentic. I'm sincere. I'm confident. I'm assertive. And I've gone through the initiation of twin flames, the fire within, to test the character, the metal, as it were, and the body physical. Your body physical has to be able to handle the energy that flows through it in the twin flame connection. This is one of the biggest problems I've found with twin flame couples, all right? They don't know how to handle the energy. One of the biggest excuses I've seen for twin flames not coming together is this. Oh, I can't handle the energy. It's too much for me. I have to run away. I can't handle the energy. You know, I keep telling them, and I'll tell you folks, you want to know how to handle the energy? Sit down, shut up, and listen to what I'll tell you. And I'll tell you how to handle the energy. Matter of fact, I'll teach you how to handle the energy. I know how, but I'm not going to do it for free. I'm going to charge you a fee for it because I got to eat too. So you cannot say you don't know how to handle the energy, because I know how to be able to assist people to handle the twin flame energy as it flows through you. And this applies even to soulmates experiencing the twin flame energy. Your body has to be able to adapt to it. Your chakra system has to be able to adapt to it. And more importantly, your brain, that thing up in our head that most of us don't use all that much. Okay, we use this up here mostly for a hat rack, or we want it to look pretty. Okay, our head is there for more than an attention-seeking device. And do we look pretty or do we look nice? It has a purpose. There is a purpose for this. Did you like that word, purpose? Sounds like I'm from the Bronx. Purpose. Better than a hot dog. Anyways, all right, as I was saying, this goes to the couples. The idea with the couples also is they have to learn, besides handling the energy, how to mesh back and forth, right? You know, I've seen some twin flames up on YouTube, and I've seen how they work and they go back and forth. I don't see the chemistry, all right? I see the production that they know how to interact and look the part. They know how to look the part, but they don't have the magic. They don't have the interchange of energy going on between the two of them. I can see it. And not only can I see it, I can feel it. And I'll tell you something about twin flames. Either you got it or you don't. And if you don't got it, people are going to know once they are awakened enough to be able to sense it. And this is what's coming down the road. A lot of people, a lot of you out there are beginning to awaken. You're getting discerning much more easily and readily than you did in the past. All right. Now, I want to finish this off by going to the collective here. I don't want to make my little videos too much longer anymore. I want to shorten them down a little bit. I think I'm giving too much information away. For free, that is. Which reminds me. A lot of you have been making the comments that I've been presenting a lot of free information have been so helpful to you over the years. Hey, if you're so appreciative of the free information that I'm giving you, hey, feel free to make a donation and help us out a little bit at our end on occasion. I'm open to that. If I've helped you over the years, hey, drop me a coin or two. I appreciate that and give you a hug in the etheric planes when I go home. Okay, collective. The collective of the twin flame community, the twin flame consciousness, and I'm talking about the originals, is beginning to take form, all right? And what's taking place here is I have recently, and I know it's taking form because it's just starting. Other people say it's already been in the works, and no, it really hasn't because it's just starting. And not because I'm behind, because I'm on top of things, and I know I am. What I'm starting to find out is I have been, and Nicole have been attracting individuals to us that we know are originals, we know that are on the same wavelength, and on the same vibration, be they couples or individuals. And what is happening is all of us, up to this particular point in time, have been adding into the collective consciousness all of the templating that we have filtered through our systems and eliminated from the collective consciousness, if you will. Very shortly, because enough of us will have set up what I'm going to call direct connect communication, and this is what's necessary. You can't do this through a master teacher, and you can't do this through a guide or an angel. Okay, sorry folks, it won't work, all right? You need to be able to set this up through direct connect, and use it in that term. When we start doing this, the direct connect will mean that any original twin flames who want to connect with someone else who has expertise in any given field will be able to go into the collective consciousness through their own mind, okay, or through their direct connect, tap in and connect with that particular individual in any different part of the world and get the information through communication, through direct connect. Now, it won't be like talking to the person, all right? It will be like a sense of transference. Now, what I mean by transference is an exchange of energy, all right, between the two people. That exchange of energy could happen in the form of a meld between two people. Now, what do I mean by a meld? Hide the wiener? No, that's not what I'm talking about. You can have a meld with another person where you're simply in their presence, long distance or close, and what can happen is you can find yourself energetically moving into that other person. All right. This can happen in 3D waking consciousness also, I might add. And it's more easy to do, or easily to do, in the etheric planes, especially at night when you're sleeping, when you can move into these altered states of consciousness. Whoa, we're getting down to 30 minutes here. I don't want to go too much longer. So what's happened is you can make the connection, tap into the collective, as it were, and you can have 5 or 6 sets of twin flames, all right, and they can come in, they can connect because they're all similar in vibration. That's the beauty of the original twin flames, be that as it may, whether they're from the first wave, the second wave, or the third. Potentially, when they all reach the point of awakening, they can tap into the collective consciousness of the twin flame group. I'm going to call it the twin flame collective consciousness, okay? I'm not segregating it. It's just that it's at a certain pitch or a vibration, and others can't get to it because it has its own recognizable signal or its own recognizable state, if you will. Okay, it's not segregation, it's not elitism, it's just what it is. Sometimes you got to say things, and if it upsets people because it seems like you're putting yourself in a special place or elitism or something, I don't know any other friggin' way to do it. All right, but to say it as it is. So if anybody interprets it as that, well, I guess that's your issue. It's not mine. So this is going to intensify over the next little while. And as this becomes more and more comfortable to us at the present level, soon we will be able to go actually out of body. Now, when I say out of body, what I mean is not the traditional out of body experience where you feel yourself lifting out of your physical body. All right. I'm talking about where your consciousness moves and takes a form that you're comfortable with. All right. Consciousness is not limited to a physical body form. Consciousness is unlimited as to how it expresses based on the waking state of the consciousness that it exists in. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, thank you. So this is what is happening at this particular moment, okay, with the collective, as it were. And I'm going to leave it there. I can do more later, but I don't want to kind of do it too long here. We're getting down to 33 minutes here, and I don't want to go too much longer in this video. So I'm going to leave it at that. And again, if you want information or you want help on how to be able to handle the energies between a set of twin flames, I do counseling, I do readings, and I'm here to help, all right? Besides what I do on YouTube videos, twinflames.ca, that's our website, all right? And you can get a hold of us there. Our services are there, and I'm available. But don't expect me to be any different than what I am on a YouTube video. I'll treat you with respect, but I also treat you as an equal, so therefore you can expect me to do exactly the same with you at all times. Have a great day, everyone. I enjoyed doing this one, and that one was for, was that with Stephanie or Isabel again? I'm getting confused here. Yeah, this one was for Stephanie again, different Stephanie. So Stephanie, there you go. It's done. Hopefully you like it.